Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome today. My name remains Sadiq on this platform, Become of Islam. I'm here to address some issue that came to me from a friend of mine. He said that someone divorced his wife with a set of 3 talaq, and that divorce was immediately effected. I want to address this point of divorce in marriage because most times this is the area where many of our Muslims do go astray. May Allah guide us all in the right path. Now, this is not peculiar to the Muslims. Some Christians taking the same step. That's why I want to generally address the issue of divorce. Divorce should not be the last bastion for everyone, because divorce is so detestable in the sight of God. Like the Quran mentions, and I will quote from the Quran and the Bible to address this situation. Even in some countries like the eastern part of the world, divorce has been a rampant issue amongst the Muslims. Sometimes when they get married to a woman, they felt they don't have this connection again, because marriage is like a family union where they face more problems and troubles. So when they face problems and troubles, they decide to stay aback and divorce the woman. But before then, they have this leverage between two of them, having this emotional attachment. But when they get married, the attachment dies, and they could not stick to one another in love. Rather, the last thing they could do is to divorce. So the Quran kicks against divorce. So the Bible. Let's look at the verse in the Quran. We found in chapter 65 of the Holy Quran. Allah talks about divorce in the first verse. It says, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya ayyuhan nabi, O messenger of God. Idha talaqtum nisaa, when you divorce your women, fatalaquhunna liiddatihinna, then divorce them based on their waiting period. Don't just leave them. Divorce them or free them based on their waiting period. And wahassu iddatan, then count the period. Count them. Make sure you are so diligent in counting them. Wattaqullaha rabbakum, then fear your Lord. Fear Allah, which is your Lord, your Rabb. Allah says, "La tukhrijuhunna min buyutihinna." Do not drive them away from their houses. Don't do that. Let them stay, even when you intended to divorce them. Let them stay for the waiting period. And the iddah in the Islamic jurisprudence, in many of the books of jurisprudence, it was recorded that it would be 3 months. Some say 2 months, some say 3 months. But majority of the ulama, they agree that it is 3 months, based on 3 waiting period of the menstruating woman. When the woman is under menstruation, it takes 3 seconds of her period. Then the woman is not menstruating, it takes 3 months. And move on to say, in that same verse, that وَتَقُّوا رَبَّكُمْ فِي اللَّهِ لَتُخْرِجُهُنَّ مِنْ بُيُوتِهِنَّ وَلَا يَخْرُجْنَ إِلَّا أَنْ يَأْتِينَ بِفَاحِشَةٍ مُبَيِّنَةٍ. Then don't drive them away from their houses, and also they should not leave your houses except for clear immorality or indecency. If, for example, the woman committed adultery and it is clear, guided by 3 witnesses or thereabouts, and it is so clear that even it is noticeable by you as a husband, then you can let her go. But if not that, you let her remain in your house, if just for some trivial issues as couples, and you now decide to say, let talaq, divorce. No, let her remain in your house. Maybe from there, it might rekindle the love. This is what Allah says in the Quran. It might rekindle the love. Allah says, وَتِلْكَ حُدُودُ اللَّهِ. This is the limit, or the limit of Allah. And Allah says, وَمَنْ يَتَّعْدٍ حُدُودَ اللَّهِ فَظَلَمُ نَفْسَهُ. Anyone who goes against the limits, against the decision, the boundary of God, that person has only wronged his soul. Because it may be, Allah says in the Quran, that وَلَا تَدْرِي لَعَلَّ اللَّهَ يُحَدِّثُ مَنْ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ أَمْرًا. Maybe after that, Allah may put what we call a reunion. He may rekindle the love again back between you, between two of you. And that may come again. It's okay, oh, this divorce was a mistake. Let's come back again. Because when you stay for that 3 months and you discover there's no change in your feelings, you still remain adamant towards your feeling, then let her go. It's after she had completed. This is the level Allah has placed you, O believers. So you can see that Allah does not encourage divorce. So the Bible, we look at how Jesus Christ replied a Pharisee. We found in the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7 as well. We look at that verses in the book of Matthew. The Pharisees came to Jesus Christ and asked him that, can we take our women away? Can we take our women away? You know, sometimes the Judeans, because then the Judeans were known for divorce. Then the prophets would come and create what called a kind of leeway for them to practice the complete marriage or to divorce them. Because when Moses, in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 2, 3, he mentioned that when he was giving advice to the people of Israel, basically the Judeans, he told them that in those days, a man will marry a woman. After divorcing the woman will go and marry another person. Then after that person divorces her, then the same man will go and take her back. So Moses said, no, that system should stop. This is a way to curb the issue of divorce. Stop, don't do that. Rather, if you divorce her, let her go, don't bring her back again. So, but due to the fact that the environment Moses was, it could not accommodate those people who divorce. Because if you tell them don't divorce, they will take it as a what we call an attack against Moses. So Moses had to use what we call diplomacy. So when Jesus Christ never used diplomacy, rather he said that in the beginning, God created man and woman, and they are one. A husband, a man should leave his house, father's house, and come together with his woman who leaves her father's house, and they become what? One. Unity as one. From day one, this is the beginning, from Adam. So when God created Adam, He created Eve alongside. That's Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, 27. He said He created male and female, and they live together. So this is what I try to say here, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. So please, you need to avoid divorce. Try as much as possible to bring unity amongst yourself as Muslims and as Christians, so that you should not encourage divorce, because divorce has created a lot of trauma in the lives of many women who had made them baby mamas around the world today. And we found that women who had children outside wedlock, even to the extent they have outside their marital life, are more than even the ones in marital life. So please, try and stick with your wife. Build emotional bond and create the happiness you once shared when you were once single. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. My name is Sadiq on this platform of Islam. Thank you very much.